The most powerful thing a human possesses is the mind. It controls everything you do and can alter your perception of reality. The Stoics emphasize the importance of mastering your mind and its relationship with a virtuous and stoic life. In today's video, we will list Stoic lessons to help you master your mind. Before we start, I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video, and if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell for more life-changing Stoic content. Number 1. Use adversity as fuel. Adversity, hardship, and failure are integral parts of the human experience, yet they hold the potential to become our greatest allies in the pursuit of growth and self-mastery. The Stoics emphasized that how we respond to life's inevitable challenges determines our character and resilience. Rather than viewing obstacles as setbacks, we can reframe them as opportunities for growth and strength. When we encounter difficulties, it's natural to feel discouraged or overwhelmed. However, Stoicism teaches us to use these moments as fuel for self-improvement. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most prominent Stoic philosophers, famously said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This quote encapsulates the Stoic belief that obstacles, rather than hindering us, can actually propel us forward if we choose to face them with the right mindset. Consider the concept of anti-fragility, introduced by modern philosopher Nassim Nicholas Taleb. Anti-fragile systems, unlike fragile ones, become stronger when exposed to stressors, shocks, or volatility. Similarly, humans have the capacity to grow stronger and more resilient when we confront and overcome challenges. Each adversity faced and conquered adds to our inner strength and wisdom. To use adversity as fuel, start by reframing your perspective on setbacks. Instead of viewing them as failures, see them as lessons. Ask yourself reflective questions such as, "What can I learn from this experience?" and "How can I use this situation to improve myself?" These questions shift your focus from frustration to constructive action. During times of peace and stability, it's also crucial to prepare for potential challenges. Seneca advised, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body." By anticipating adversity, you can train and plan for it, ensuring that you are mentally and emotionally equipped to handle it when it arises. This proactive approach prevents complacency and fosters a mindset of continuous growth. For instance, consider a professional athlete who trains rigorously, not just during the season but year-round. They prepare for the inevitable challenges and setbacks, such as injuries or defeats, by maintaining a disciplined training regimen. Similarly, in your own life, maintain a proactive attitude towards self-improvement. Regularly engage in activities that push your limits and challenge your comfort zones. When adversity strikes, take time to process and acknowledge your emotions. It's important to grieve losses and recognize the impact of setbacks. However, don't dwell in this state indefinitely. Shift your focus to the future and ask yourself, "How can I channel this pain into increased wisdom and strength?" Transforming negative experiences into positive outcomes requires a deliberate and mindful approach. Moreover, adversity often provides valuable feedback. When you encounter obstacles, consider them as indicators of areas that need improvement. Use setbacks as wake-up calls to refine your strategies and approaches. By viewing challenges as opportunities for self-correction, you can continually evolve and enhance your capabilities. For example, if you experience a failure in your professional life, analyze the factors that contributed to it. Identify any gaps in your knowledge, skills, or strategies, and take actionable steps to address them. This process not only helps you overcome the current obstacle, but also prepares you to handle similar challenges more effectively in the future. The Stoics also emphasize the importance of maintaining a balanced perspective during both good and bad times. When life is going smoothly, it's easy to become complacent and take things for granted. However, remembering that challenges can arise at any moment helps you stay grounded and appreciate the present. Regularly reflect on your blessings and achievements and express gratitude for them. Simultaneously, keep in mind the transient nature of life and its inherent uncertainties. This balanced outlook cultivates a sense of preparedness and resilience, allowing you to navigate life's ups and downs with equanimity. In conclusion, using adversity as fuel involves embracing challenges as opportunities for growth, maintaining a proactive attitude towards self-improvement, and balancing gratitude with preparedness. By adopting this Stoic mindset, you can transform obstacles into stepping stones toward a stronger, more resilient, and virtuous self. Number 2. Pursue virtue, not pleasure. In a world that often prioritizes immediate gratification and sensory pleasures, the Stoic philosophy offers a refreshing and profound counterpoint: the pursuit of virtue over pleasure. The Stoics believe that true happiness and fulfillment come not from indulging in fleeting pleasures, but from living a life of virtue and moral excellence. At its core, virtue in Stoicism encompasses 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. These virtues form the foundation of a meaningful and fulfilling life. By striving to embody these qualities, we align our actions with our highest values and contribute positively to the world around us. Wisdom involves the pursuit of knowledge and understanding, both about the world and ourselves. It requires us to seek truth and apply rational judgment in our decision-making processes. Courage, on the other hand, entails the strength to face challenges, take risks, and stand up for our principles, even in the face of adversity. Justice is about fairness and the recognition of our interconnectedness with others. It calls for treating people with respect, empathy, and kindness. Self-discipline, or temperance, involves controlling our desires and impulses, ensuring that our actions are guided by reason rather than base instincts. Pursuing virtue means prioritizing these higher ideals over the temporary pleasures that often distract us. While momentary enjoyment has its place, Stoicism teaches that moderation, not excess, is the key to sustainable happiness. As Epictetus advised, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Consider how you spend your time and energy. Are your actions driven by a desire for immediate pleasure, or are they aligned with your highest values and long-term goals? By focusing on virtuous endeavors such as creating beauty, helping others, learning, and connecting deeply with those around you, you cultivate a life rich in meaning and fulfillment. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, emphasized the importance of action over argument. He said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This advice encourages us to embody virtue through our actions, rather than merely discussing or contemplating it. Enjoying life's pleasures, such as good food, laughter with friends, and restorative leisure, is natural and beneficial. However, the Stoics caution against allowing these pleasures to become the primary focus of our lives. Instead, let them be occasional rewards that fuel your purpose and virtue. For example, enjoying a delicious meal with loved ones can be a source of joy and connection. But if the pursuit of such pleasures becomes all-consuming, it can lead to excess and detract from more meaningful pursuits. Balance is key. Ensure that your indulgences support your overall well-being and align with your virtuous aspirations. True fulfillment comes from excelling at moral virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. Developing these virtues requires patience, effort, and consistent practice. Unlike fleeting pleasures, the joy derived from virtuous living is enduring and profound. To subordinate superficial desires to your best self, practice self-awareness and mindfulness. Regularly reflect on your actions and motivations. Are you seeking pleasure for its own sake, or are you pursuing it as a means to a higher end? By maintaining this introspective practice, you can stay aligned with your virtuous goals. Moreover, recognize that pleasure is transient, while wisdom and character endure. The pleasure of a meal or a vacation fades quickly, but the wisdom gained from a difficult experience or the character developed through consistent virtuous action remains with you for life. Keep your mind steadfastly oriented toward virtue, and you'll find lasting fulfillment. In summary, pursuing virtue over pleasure involves aligning your actions with the higher ideals of wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. By focusing on meaningful endeavors and practicing moderation, you cultivate a life rich in fulfillment and purpose. The Stoic path to happiness is one of virtuous living, where true joy arises from the pursuit of moral excellence. Number 3. Manage expectations. Managing expectations is a crucial Stoic practice that can significantly reduce suffering and enhance resilience. The Stoics understood that much of our distress arises from unrealistic expectations and the gap between what we desire and what reality presents. Reflect on times when your suffering was caused by unmet expectations. Perhaps you expected perfect health, unbroken success, or flawless treatment from others. Such expectations are often rooted in fantasy rather than reality. By acknowledging the inevitability of challenges and imperfections, you cultivate patience and resilience. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, noted, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." This statement underscores the importance of adjusting our expectations to align with the unpredictable nature of life. While it is essential to pursue ambitious goals, holding them lightly and remaining flexible in your approach can mitigate disappointment. Adapting artfully when life doesn't go as planned is a hallmark of Stoic wisdom. Instead of rigidly clinging to specific visions, be open to alternative paths and solutions. For instance, if a career opportunity falls through, view it as a chance to explore new directions rather than a catastrophic failure. Additionally, check your expectations of yourself and others. Progress often occurs slowly and with many setbacks. Be compassionate with your flaws and those of others. Accept that growth involves missteps and imperfections. This balanced perspective fosters kindness and understanding, reducing frustration and fostering harmonious relationships. Equanimity, or mental calmness, comes from anticipating reality. By expecting both successes and failures, you remain grounded and resilient. Life's ups and downs become more manageable when you recognize them as natural occurrences rather than personal injustices. To manage expectations effectively, cultivate rational optimism. This involves maintaining a hopeful outlook while staying grounded in reality. Hope is essential for motivation and perseverance, but it should be tempered with a realistic understanding of life's inherent uncertainties. For example, if you're working toward a significant goal, such as completing a challenging project or pursuing a career milestone, it's essential to maintain a hopeful and optimistic mindset. However, this optimism should be balanced with an awareness that obstacles and setbacks are part of the journey. By preparing mentally for potential challenges, you can remain resilient and adaptable when they arise. Another practical approach to managing expectations is to practice gratitude. Regularly reflecting on what you are thankful for can help shift your focus from what you lack to what you already have. This mindset reduces the tendency to set unrealistic expectations and fosters contentment with the present moment. For instance, if you face a disappointing outcome, such as not receiving a promotion you hoped for, take time to acknowledge the progress you've made and the opportunities you've had. Recognize the skills and experiences you've gained and express gratitude for them. This practice not only mitigates disappointment, but also reinforces a positive outlook on your ongoing journey. The Stoics also emphasize the importance of focusing on what is within your control. Many of our expectations are tied to external factors that we cannot influence, such as other people's actions or random events. By concentrating on what you can control, your thoughts, actions, and responses, you empower yourself to navigate challenges more effectively. Epictetus famously said, "Some things are up to us, and some things are not up to us." This fundamental Stoic principle encourages us to direct our energy toward areas where we can make a difference and accept those we cannot change. This acceptance reduces frustration and helps maintain a sense of inner peace. For example, if you are working on a team project, focus on contributing your best efforts and fostering positive collaboration. While you cannot control every aspect of the project's outcome, you can ensure that your contributions are of high quality and that you support your colleagues effectively. This focus on controllable elements enhances your sense of agency and reduces anxiety about the final result. Managing expectations also involves setting realistic and achievable goals. Break down larger objectives into smaller, manageable steps. This approach not only makes progress more tangible, but also allows for regular reassessment and adjustment of your expectations based on your experiences and outcomes. For instance, if you're training for a marathon, set incremental goals such as improving your running time or increasing your distance gradually. Celebrate these smaller milestones and use them as indicators of your progress. This method prevents you from becoming overwhelmed by the larger goal and helps maintain motivation and a positive outlook. In personal relationships, managing expectations is crucial for maintaining harmony and reducing conflict. Recognize that others have their own perspectives, priorities, and limitations. Avoid expecting perfection or complete alignment with your views. Instead, practice empathy and open communication to understand and respect each other's differences. For example, if you find yourself frustrated with a friend or family member's behavior, take a step back and consider their perspective. Engage in a constructive dialogue to express your feelings and understand their point of view. This approach fosters mutual understanding and reduces the likelihood of misunderstandings and resentment. In conclusion, managing expectations involves adjusting your outlook to align with reality, focusing on what you can control, practicing gratitude, and setting realistic goals. By adopting these Stoic principles, you can reduce unnecessary suffering, enhance your resilience, and cultivate a more balanced and fulfilling life. This practice allows you to navigate life's challenges with grace and maintain a sense of inner peace, regardless of external circumstances. Number 4, control your response. One of the core tenets of Stoicism is the belief that while we cannot always control external events, we have complete control over our internal responses to those events. This principle empowers us to maintain our composure, integrity, and rationality even in the face of adversity, uncertainty, or provocation. The Stoic philosophers emphasize that our happiness and well-being depend not on external circumstances, but on our inner state of mind. Epictetus famously stated, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This insight highlights the transformative power of our responses in shaping our experiences and outcomes. Controlling your response begins with cultivating self-awareness. Regularly reflect on your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Notice how you react to different situations, especially those that trigger strong emotional responses. This awareness allows you to recognize patterns and identify areas where you can improve your self-control. For instance, if you notice that you frequently become angry or frustrated in traffic, take a moment to observe these emotions and their triggers. Ask yourself why you react this way and consider alternative responses. This practice of mindfulness helps you develop greater control over your reactions and reduces the likelihood of impulsive behavior. One effective technique for managing your responses is the Stoic practice of negative visualization. This involves imagining worst-case scenarios and considering how you would handle them. By mentally preparing for potential challenges, you can reduce the shock and emotional intensity if they occur, allowing you to respond more calmly and rationally. For example, if you're nervous about an upcoming presentation, practice visualizing different scenarios, including potential mishaps such as technical difficulties or challenging questions. Think through how you would handle each situation with composure and confidence. This preparation not only reduces anxiety, but also equips you with strategies to maintain your poise under pressure. Another key aspect of controlling your response is practicing cognitive distancing. This involves stepping back from your immediate emotional reactions and analyzing the situation from a more detached perspective. By viewing events objectively, you can assess them more rationally and respond in a measured and thoughtful manner. For instance, if you receive criticism at work, rather than reacting defensively or emotionally, take a moment to distance yourself from the initial sting of the feedback. Consider the validity of the critique and how you can use it to improve. This approach allows you to respond constructively rather than reacting impulsively. The Stoics also advocate for the practice of acceptance and letting go of what you cannot change. When faced with situations beyond your control, focus on accepting them with equanimity rather than resisting or resenting them. This acceptance frees you from unnecessary suffering and allows you to channel your energy into more productive responses. For example, if you face an unexpected delay or setback, remind yourself that such events are part of life's natural course. Accept the situation calmly and consider how you can make the best of it. This attitude not only preserves your peace of mind, but also helps you find constructive solutions. Developing emotional resilience is another critical component of controlling your response. This involves building the capacity to bounce back from setbacks and maintain your equilibrium in the face of adversity. Engage in practices that strengthen your mental and emotional resilience, such as mindfulness meditation, physical exercise, and maintaining a supportive social network. For instance, if you experience a personal loss or disappointment, give yourself time to grieve and process your emotions. At the same time, engage in activities that promote resilience, such as spending time with loved ones, practicing self-care, and focusing on your long-term goals. This balanced approach helps you recover more quickly and maintain your emotional well-being. Stoic philosophers also emphasize the importance of maintaining a virtuous and ethical framework in your responses. When faced with challenging situations, consider how you can respond in a way that aligns with your highest values and principles. This commitment to virtue ensures that your actions are guided by integrity and moral excellence. For example, if you encounter a conflict at work, rather than resorting to blame or retaliation, strive to resolve the issue with fairness, empathy, and respect. Approach the situation with a focus on finding a mutually beneficial solution rather than escalating the conflict. This virtuous response not only resolves the immediate issue, but also reinforces your commitment to ethical behavior. In conclusion, controlling your response involves cultivating self-awareness, practicing negative visualization, employing cognitive distancing, accepting what you cannot change, developing emotional resilience, and maintaining a virtuous framework. By mastering these Stoic practices, you can navigate life's challenges with grace, maintain your inner peace, and respond to adversity in a constructive and empowered manner. This approach allows you to transform potentially negative experiences into opportunities for growth and self-improvement, ultimately leading to a more fulfilling and resilient life. Number 5. Practice gratitude. Practicing gratitude is a fundamental Stoic practice that profoundly impacts our outlook on life, fostering contentment, resilience, and a sense of fulfillment. The Stoics believe that regularly reflecting on and appreciating the positives in our lives helps us maintain a balanced perspective and reduces the tendency to focus on what we lack. Gratitude shifts our focus from scarcity to abundance. It reminds us of the many blessings we often take for granted and helps us cultivate a sense of satisfaction and contentment. By acknowledging and appreciating the good things in our lives, we create a positive feedback loop that enhances our overall well-being. One practical way to incorporate gratitude into your daily life is to keep a gratitude journal. Each day, take a few minutes to write down 3 things you are grateful for. These can be simple pleasures, such as a beautiful sunset, a kind gesture from a friend, or a delicious meal. By making this practice a habit, you train your mind to recognize and appreciate the positive aspects of your life. For instance, if you wake up feeling stressed or anxious, take a moment to write in your gratitude journal. Reflect on the things that bring you joy and comfort, such as your supportive family, your health, or the opportunities you have. This practice helps shift your focus from negative thoughts to positive ones, improving your mood and outlook for the day. The Stoics also encourage us to express our gratitude to others, regularly acknowledging and thanking the people in your life who have supported, inspired, or helped you foster stronger relationships and a sense of interconnectedness. Expressing gratitude strengthens social bonds and enhances feelings of empathy and compassion. For example, take time to thank a colleague who helped you with a project, a friend who provided emotional support, or a family member who offered a kind gesture. Writing a heartfelt note or expressing your gratitude in person not only makes the recipient feel appreciated, but also reinforces your own sense of gratitude and connection. Gratitude also involves appreciating the present moment. The Stoics emphasize the importance of living in the present and fully experiencing the here and now. By focusing on the present, we can appreciate the simple pleasures and experiences that often go unnoticed in the hustle and bustle of daily life. Practicing mindfulness can help you cultivate this present-focused gratitude. Mindfulness involves paying attention to your thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment. It helps you become more aware of the beauty and richness of each moment. For example, when you are eating a meal, take the time to savor each bite, appreciating the flavors, textures, and nourishment it provides. When you are spending time with loved ones, be fully present, listening and engaging without distractions. The Stoics also advise practicing gratitude in anticipation of future events. This forward-looking gratitude involves appreciating the potential opportunities and experiences that lie ahead. By maintaining a hopeful and positive outlook on the future, you can cultivate a sense of excitement and anticipation, which enhances your overall well-being. For instance, if you have an upcoming vacation or a planned gathering with friends, take a moment to reflect on how grateful you are for these upcoming experiences. Visualize the joy and fulfillment they will bring, and let this sense of gratitude enhance your current state of mind. Another aspect of practicing gratitude is recognizing and appreciating the lessons learned from challenging experiences. The Stoics believed that adversity and hardships often provide valuable opportunities for growth and self-improvement. By finding the silver lining in difficult situations, you can transform negative experiences into sources of wisdom and strength. For example, if you have gone through a challenging period at work or in your personal life, reflect on the lessons you have learned and how they have contributed to your growth. Perhaps you developed greater resilience, improved problem-solving skills, or a deeper understanding of yourself and others. Expressing gratitude for these lessons helps you reframe adversity as a positive and transformative experience. Gratitude can also be practiced through acts of kindness and generosity. By giving to others, you not only enhance their well-being, but also reinforce your own sense of abundance and interconnectedness. Volunteering, helping a neighbor, or simply offering a kind word to someone in need can create a ripple effect of positivity and gratitude. For example, if you volunteer at a local charity or support a cause you care about, you can experience a profound sense of fulfillment and gratitude for the opportunity to make a difference. These acts of kindness connect you with a larger community and remind you of the impact you can have on the world. The Stoics also highlight the importance of gratitude for the natural world and the simple wonders of life. Take time to appreciate the beauty of nature, the changing seasons, the warmth of the sun, or the tranquility of a quiet moment. These experiences remind us of the richness of life and our connection to the world around us. For instance, spending time in nature, whether it's a walk in the park, a hike in the mountains, or simply sitting in your garden, can help you cultivate a deep sense of gratitude for the natural world. Observing the intricate details of a flower, the sound of birds, or the feel of a gentle breeze can ground you in the present moment and fill you with a sense of wonder and appreciation. In conclusion, practicing gratitude involves recognizing and appreciating the positives in your life, expressing gratitude to others, living in the present moment, anticipating future opportunities, finding lessons in adversity, engaging in acts of kindness, and appreciating the natural world. By incorporating these practices into your daily life, you can cultivate a deeper sense of contentment, resilience, and fulfillment. Gratitude transforms your perspective, allowing you to see and appreciate the abundance and beauty that surrounds you, ultimately leading to a richer and more meaningful life. Number 6, understand impermanence. Understanding impermanence is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy and a crucial aspect of leading a life of wisdom and serenity. The Stoics believed that recognizing the transient nature of all things helps us appreciate the present, detach from material possessions, and face life's inevitable changes with equanimity. Impermanence refers to the understanding that everything in life is temporary and constantly changing. This includes our experiences, emotions, relationships, possessions, and even our own lives. By accepting this fundamental truth, we can reduce our attachment to things that are beyond our control and develop a more balanced and resilient outlook. One way to embrace impermanence is to regularly reflect on the transient nature of life. The Stoics practiced a technique called memento mori, which involves contemplating mortality and the finite nature of existence. This practice is not meant to be morbid, but rather to remind us to live fully and meaningfully. For example, take a moment each day to reflect on the fact that life is fleeting. Consider how you would live differently if you truly embraced the impermanence of all things. This reflection can motivate you to prioritize what truly matters, such as nurturing relationships, pursuing meaningful goals, and living in accordance with your values. By understanding that everything is temporary, you can develop a greater appreciation for the present moment. This awareness encourages you to savor and cherish your experiences, knowing that they will not last forever. Whether it's a joyful occasion, a peaceful moment, or a challenging situation, recognizing its impermanence helps you fully engage with it. For instance, when spending time with loved ones, remind yourself that these moments are precious and will not last forever. This perspective can deepen your appreciation and presence, enhancing the quality of your interactions and relationships. Understanding impermanence also helps us let go of our attachment to material possessions and external achievements. The Stoics taught that true happiness comes from within and is not dependent on external factors. By recognizing that material wealth and status are transient, we can focus on cultivating inner virtues and finding contentment in the present. For example, if you find yourself overly attached to a particular possession, such as a car or a piece of technology, remind yourself of its impermanent nature. Consider how you would feel if you lost it, and how you could still find happiness and fulfillment without it. This reflection helps reduce your dependency on external objects for your sense of well-being. Impermanence also teaches us to be resilient in the face of change and loss. Life is full of unexpected events, including the loss of loved ones, changes in circumstances, and the end of certain phases of life. By accepting that change is a natural part of existence, we can navigate these transitions with greater grace and composure. For instance, if you experience a significant change, such as moving to a new city or ending a long-term relationship, remind yourself that change is an inevitable part of life. Focus on the opportunities and growth that this change can bring, rather than dwelling on what has been lost. This mindset helps you adapt and find new sources of meaning and joy. The Stoics also encourage us to practice detachment, which means maintaining a healthy distance from our desires and emotions. Detachment does not mean indifference, but rather the ability to observe our experiences without being overly influenced by them. By cultivating detachment, we can respond to life's ups and downs with a calm and balanced mind. For example, if you receive praise or criticism, practice observing your emotional response without becoming too attached to it. Recognize that both praise and criticism are temporary and do not define your worth. This detachment allows you to maintain your inner peace and integrity regardless of external validation or disapproval. Embracing impermanence also involves accepting our own mortality. The Stoics believe that contemplating death helps us live more fully and authentically. By acknowledging that our time is limited, we are inspired to make the most of each moment and to prioritize what truly matters. For instance, reflect on how you would spend your time and energy if you knew your days were numbered. This contemplation can motivate you to let go of trivial concerns and focus on what brings you joy, fulfillment, and a sense of purpose. It encourages you to live with intention and to cherish the present. In conclusion, understanding impermanence involves recognizing the transient nature of all things, reflecting on mortality, appreciating the present moment, letting go of material attachments, being resilient in the face of change, practicing detachment, and accepting our own mortality. By embracing these Stoic principles, you can navigate life's uncertainties with grace, find deeper meaning and contentment, and live a more authentic and fulfilling life. Impermanence teaches us to value the present, cherish our experiences, and approach each moment with a sense of gratitude and purpose. Number 7. Live according to nature. Living according to nature is a fundamental principle in Stoic philosophy, emphasizing the importance of aligning our lives with the natural order of the world and our own innate nature as rational beings. This principle encourages us to live authentically, harmoniously, and in accordance with our true nature and purpose. The Stoics believed that nature operates according to rational principles and that human beings, as part of nature, possess the capacity for reason. Therefore, living according to nature means using our rational faculties to guide our actions, make ethical decisions, and fulfill our potential. One aspect of living according to nature is understanding and accepting the natural order of the world. This involves recognizing that many things are beyond our control and accepting them as they are. By aligning our expectations with the natural flow of events, we can reduce frustration and cultivate a sense of inner peace. For example, consider the changing seasons. Just as we accept that winter follows autumn and spring follows winter, we can accept the natural cycles and changes in our lives. Whether it's aging, changing circumstances, or the ebb and flow of fortune, accepting these natural processes helps us navigate life with equanimity. Living according to nature also means recognizing our interconnectedness with the world and other living beings. The Stoics believed that we are all part of a larger whole and that our actions should contribute to the common good. This perspective encourages us to act with kindness, compassion, and a sense of responsibility toward others. For instance, consider how your actions impact those around you and the environment. By making choices that promote the well-being of others and the planet, you align yourself with the Stoic ideal of living harmoniously with nature. This could involve practicing sustainable living, supporting community initiatives, or simply being kind and considerate in your daily interactions. These actions reflect an understanding of our shared humanity and the interconnectedness of all life. Another important aspect of living according to nature is fulfilling our own nature as rational and virtuous beings. The Stoics believed that we each have a unique role and purpose in life, and by identifying and pursuing this purpose, we live in harmony with our true selves. This involves cultivating virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, which are the highest expressions of our rational nature. To identify your purpose, reflect on your strengths, passions, and values. Consider how you can use these to contribute positively to the world. This might involve pursuing a career that aligns with your values, engaging in meaningful volunteer work, or simply striving to be a person of integrity and virtue in your daily life. For example, if you are passionate about education, you might find fulfillment in teaching or mentoring others. If you value justice, you might work towards social causes that promote fairness and equality. By aligning your actions with your values and strengths, you live more authentically and find deeper satisfaction. The Stoics also emphasized the importance of self-discipline and self-control as essential components of living according to nature. By mastering our desires and impulses, we align our actions with our rational nature and avoid being swayed by fleeting emotions or external pressures. Practicing self-discipline involves setting clear goals and boundaries, making deliberate choices, and staying committed to your values and principles. For instance, if you value health and well-being, you might establish a regular exercise routine, eat a balanced diet, and avoid unhealthy habits. By exercising self-discipline, you honor your body's natural needs and enhance your overall well-being. In addition to self-discipline, the Stoics advocate for mindfulness and reflection. Regularly take time to reflect on your actions, thoughts, and motivations. This practice helps you stay aligned with your values and make adjustments as needed to live more authentically. For example, you might set aside time each day for meditation or journaling, reflecting on how your actions align with your values and purpose. Consider what went well, what could be improved, and how you can continue to grow and develop as a person. This ongoing self-reflection keeps you grounded and aligned with your true nature. Living according to nature also involves embracing simplicity and letting go of unnecessary desires and distractions. The Stoics believe that a simple life, focused on what truly matters, leads to greater contentment and fulfillment. By simplifying your life, you reduce stress and create space for what is most important. Consider decluttering your physical space, minimizing material possessions, and focusing on experiences and relationships that bring you joy and meaning. For instance, instead of constantly striving for more possessions or status, focus on nurturing meaningful connections with loved ones, pursuing hobbies that bring you joy, and contributing to causes you care about. Moreover, the Stoics encourage us to cultivate gratitude and appreciation for the present moment. By recognizing the beauty and richness of the present, we live more fully and authentically. This practice helps us stay grounded and content, regardless of external circumstances. For example, take time each day to appreciate the simple pleasures of life, such as a beautiful sunset, a quiet moment of reflection, or a meaningful conversation with a friend. By focusing on the present and expressing gratitude, you align yourself with the natural flow of life and find deeper satisfaction. In conclusion, living according to nature involves accepting the natural order of the world, recognizing our interconnectedness, fulfilling our rational and virtuous nature, practicing self-discipline, embracing simplicity, and cultivating gratitude. By incorporating these Stoic principles into your life, you can live more authentically, find greater fulfillment, and navigate life's challenges with grace and wisdom. This approach helps you align your actions with your true self and the natural world, leading to a more harmonious and meaningful existence. Number 8. Live according to nature. Living in harmony with nature is fundamental to Stoic philosophy. Attempting to resist nature only breeds distress, while flowing with it brings peace and balance. To live according to nature, consider what genuinely contributes to your health, growth, and excellence. Nourish yourself with healthy food, continuous learning, meaningful work, and loving relationships. These elements align with human nature and should be prioritized over artificial pursuits. Minimizing pollution and destruction of the natural world is also crucial. Tread lightly on Earth by consuming less, creating less waste, and protecting ecosystems. Sustainable living not only benefits the planet, but also brings a sense of ethical fulfillment. Reflect on natural cycles such as seasons, day and night, aging, and impermanence. Embrace these cycles rather than resisting them. Take time to rest and restore, and let go gracefully when your season passes. Fulfilling your nature as a rational and virtuous being is another aspect of living according to nature. The Stoics believed that each person has a unique role and purpose. By identifying and pursuing this purpose, you align with your true self. Cultivate virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, which are the highest expressions of our rational nature. Self-discipline and self-control are essential for living according to nature. Master your desires and impulses to align your actions with your rational nature. This involves setting clear goals, making deliberate choices, and staying committed to your values. For example, if you value health, establish a regular exercise routine and eat a balanced diet. Practicing self-discipline honors your body's natural needs and enhances your well-being. Mindfulness and reflection are also key. Regularly take time to reflect on your actions, thoughts, and motivations to ensure they align with your values. This helps you live more authentically and make necessary adjustments. Simplify your life by reducing unnecessary desires and distractions. Focus on what truly matters to find greater contentment and fulfillment. Cultivating gratitude and appreciation for the present moment is vital. Recognize the beauty and richness of the present to live more fully. Expressing gratitude helps you stay grounded and content regardless of external circumstances. Number 9. Focus on character. Cultivating virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation brings deep meaning and fulfillment. Your character matters more than external reputation or acclaim. Regularly assess your principles and how you embody them in daily life. Conduct honest self-assessments to identify areas where you can demonstrate greater integrity, helpfulness, and resilience. Set daily intentions to lead by example. When faced with choices, consider how your decisions reflect on your character rather than focusing solely on consequences for fame or status. Reputation is secondary to living in alignment with your values. Take satisfaction in hard-earned honors, but prioritize the cultivation of your soul's excellence. Stay humble and do good works discreetly without requiring credit. In all your actions, protect and purify your moral purpose. Fortify it against life's storms, knowing that character can withstand all changes in fortune. Keep striving to align your actions with wisdom. An internal locus of control, where you believe that your actions and decisions influence outcomes, is essential for strong character. Reflect on how your future depends on your daily thoughts and actions. Even amid hardship, you have the power to steer your inner ship. Avoid making blanket accusations that externalize agency, like blaming others for your misery. Instead, focus on what you can control: your habits, thoughts, and actions. Having an internal locus of control doesn't guarantee perfect outcomes, but it empowers you to keep learning and improving. You write your own story through your choices and actions. This perspective reduces anxiety, as you can act on internal factors to direct your life wisely. Number 10. Contemplate mortality. Remembering that you will die, memento mori, provides essential perspective to tame anxiety and live intentionally. Death puts everything in proper light, highlighting the urgency to live fully and meaningfully. Your remaining days may be few or many, but the inevitability of death should inspire you to embrace life now, without postponing meaningful actions until conditions are perfect. Imagine yourself at the end of your life and consider how you would want to look back on your journey. What would give your life meaning? Guiding values become clearer when mortality is considered. Prioritizing what truly matters, contributing good, sharing love, and cultivating awareness becomes more important than chasing distractions or comforts. Reflect on how fleeting life is to stay grounded and present. This practice helps you prioritize and focus on what is truly important. For example, instead of getting lost in trivial pursuits, dedicate time to nurturing relationships, pursuing meaningful goals, and making a positive impact. By keeping mortality in mind, you ensure that your actions are aligned with your highest values and that you make the most of the finite gift of life. Contemplating death should not lead to despair, but rather to a deeper appreciation of life. It encourages you to live with passion and purpose, making each moment count. By anchoring yourself in the reality of mortality, you clear the path to live intentionally and authentically. Thank you for watching this video on mastering your mind with Stoic lessons. We hope you found these insights valuable and empowering. If any of these Stoic principles resonated with you, we encourage you to start a Stoic discussion in the comments below. Your engagement enriches our community and allows us to explore these timeless teachings together. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and sharing it with others who might benefit from these Stoic lessons. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content. By subscribing, you join a community dedicated to personal growth, wisdom, and living a more meaningful life. Together, we can continue to explore Stoic philosophy and its practical applications in our modern world. Thank you once again for watching, and as always, may you find peace and serenity in the Stoic ways.